Miss Unbreakable Timeline.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Chantel, also known as Miss Unbreakable Timeline. So in this video, I am doing my mother's face. I'm starting off by using the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched face base, and I'm just massaging that all over her face. And you all know that I do like to start off by doing my brows first, so I'm doing the same thing with my mom, and I'm using the black and brown Colourpop brow pomade to carve out her brows. And my mom has very, very thin brows, so I like to make them a little bit thicker. So that's what I'm doing now with the Colourpop pomade. Then to carve out her brows, I'm going in with the Kylie Jenner concealer in Sassafras. And I like to bring that concealer all the way down to the eyelids. And I like to take that same Morphe definer flat brush and apply the concealer on top of the brows as well. And to blend that all out, you guys know I already love to use my Sigma brush. It's like a highlight diffuser brush, but I like to use it to blend any concealer out. And please excuse me if you guys see me more in front of the camera. I just got to get used to doing somebody's face while I'm recording it. So please excuse that. If I get in the way sometimes, just ignore it. I tried to do the best that I could. And I like to go in with the LA Girl Pro Conceal in Orange and conceal all my mother's dark spots. So under her eyes and around her mouth. And I'll take that same Sigma brush just to blend that out as well. Now to have more of a blend, I will go in with that beauty sponge just to blend that concealer out as well. And my mom doesn't really have oily skin, but I did go in with the Farsali Rose Gold Elixir. And I applied that all over her face as well, because with the foundation we're going to go in with is oil free. Now with the foundation, she used the black Radiance, and I'm not sure exactly what color it was, but if you all will see, the shade was a little bit more on the reddish orange side. And as you guys can tell, my mother's face is a lot darker than her body, so that's the foundation she came over with, so I just worked with it. And to blend that all out, I'm just taking my BH Cosmetics Kabuki brush. Now, I went back in with that beauty sponge because the beauty sponge will soak up the product. And it looked like my mom had a little bit too much foundation on her face. So that's why I went in behind the beauty sponge just to soak up some of that product so it could blend a lot better. Now I'm concealing under her eyes and everywhere I usually will conceal at. So I'm going in with the same Kylie Jenner concealer in Sassafras to do so. Now I'm just going in with a different beauty blender and I'm blending that concealer out before I move on to her nose, her chin, under the nose, and everywhere else. So I like to blend the under eye concealer out first. And as you guys can tell, with the concealer, is all eventually going to come together and the foundation doesn't look so dark, darker than her skin complexion. It's coming all together once you apply that concealer. Now to set any concealer, you all know that I love to go in with my Sacha Buttercup setting powder, and that's the same thing I'm doing with my mom as well. I'm applying that setting powder everywhere I conceal that. And I also don't like to bake on anybody else's face. The only time I will bake is right on the nose contour and under the cheek contour, as you all will see in a few minutes. And if y'all see my mom making all these faces, it's because she was talking to my sister. My sister was in the room, so they were just having a good old conversation. Now to bronze, I went in with my Bobbi Brown Stick Foundation in Cool Walnut, and I'm just placing that all around the perimeter of her face, on her nose. Now to blend that all out, I'm using the NARS Ida Kabuki brush, and I haven't used this in so long, but it blended it out so good. And now I'm going back in with that Sacha Buttercup setting powder. And like I said earlier, I love to bake around the nose area and under the cheek because it gives it a sharper look. And I didn't let it sit for too long. I probably let it sit for like a good 2 minutes. That's all. And while that is baking, I go in with the True Complexion Contour Palette. And I use the shade that's in the middle, which is the Sculpt color. And I like to also apply that over any bronzer that I'm using or any contour that I'm using. So I'm applying that all over the perimeter of her face as well. Now, when I'm done bronzing, I'll go in with a different brush and I'll wipe away all of that setting powder that I let bake for a while. Then I went in with a little bit of blush. I can't remember the name. I believe it's from CoverGirl, but it's like a really nice pink color, and I just use that for blush. Now I'm going in with the Ulta Happy Birthday palette from NYX that I got for my birthday about 2 years ago, I believe. And I'm just using those colors in that palette just to create an eye look for my mom. But that wasn't the only palette I used. I did go in with the Kourt green eyeshadow palette, and I used the shade Matcha, and as you guys can see, it's more like a silver sparkly color, and I just wanted something to pop a little bit more, so that's what I'm using out of that palette. And I didn't do like a real cut crease. I just kind of just applied that right on the like inner corner of her eye and going like towards the outer corner. Then I went in with the Tasha Luminous Dewy Skin Mist. So then I go in with the Anastasia Beverly Hills Highlight in So Hollywood. And being that my mom came over, she already had her lashes done, so I didn't have to put any falsies on her. I just went in with the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara and applied it to her bottom and her top lash. And yeah, you guys, that's pretty much it. My mom had to go. My camera didn't have any more space on it, so I had to hurry up. But I did use the NYX Lip Liner in the shade Brown just to outline her lips. But yeah, that's all, you guys. I hope you really enjoyed. Sorry it wasn't really so long, but again, we was kind of in a rush because she had a wedding to go to. So again, hope you guys really enjoyed and love you guys. Till next time. Bye.